Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 88 of Direwolf20's Let's Play of Minecraft 1.21. Today, I want to get this lasers ore generator going. However, I want to announce that we just updated the pack, and there's a whole new mod I want to take a look at. It is called Oratech, and it looks really cool. There's all kinds of neat stuff in here that, like, I don't know nothing about it. It is brand new. I think it was a fabric mod at first. Ooh, that's cool. Neat. Like particle accelerators. Nice. That's cool. Generators, drone ports, huh? Ooh, that's cool. Multi-block. Yeah, it looks like a pretty neat mod. I haven't like looked into it too deep, but it's very much a thing I want to check out because it looks cool. I think it was originally a fabric mod, and they just ported it to Forge, so we added it to the pack because, like, yeah, super cool looking, right? So I'm excited to check this dude out. However, I don't want to leave you guys hanging from last episode, so I'm gonna get the ore generator up and running just so we can see how that thing works for mechanism lasers, and then we're gonna jump into this Oratech mod because, like, ooh, tachyon absorber, that's cool. Yeah, all kinds of neat stuff. I have no idea how any of this works. I'm hoping there's a guide. I really do. I really do. Oratech. I guess we'll find out. I don't know if there's like a Patchouli book for it. I'm assuming there's not because it like just got ported. So I'm assuming that like I'll have to like do some research, you know, off camera-ish, and then we'll figure it out. But yeah, all kinds of neat stuff going on here. Oh, look at this. There's some like fluids that are difficult to see but hiding. That's cool. Energite. Okay. Tons of stuff. Tons of stuff. I'm not going to get too deep into it yet. What I want to do is finish our ore generator. So to do that, because I want to wrap up what we were doing last episode before I jump into a whole new mod, because I suspect that Oratech's going to take a few episodes for me to check everything out. So step one is to get HDPE sheets, which is going to need an enrichment chamber at some point, which I think I did not make. But everything else I did make in preparation for what we wanted to do here. So let's get going with HDPE, which is a resource from Mechanism that you use for some of the advanced stuff in Mechanism. And we'll need HDPE sheets for Mechanism-y type stuff at some point. So I think we should probably, and I could like, I don't think pellets are used for anything. They do get used for rods, which I don't think there's a whole lot that we need rods for typically. I almost never use them. Just checking to see if there's like any new uses. Yeah, not really. Not really. There's a pipe wrench from pipes, but that I assume just takes any rods. So yeah, I'm gonna say we don't need the pellets. So all we really need to do is store the sheets. So what I might do, what I'm probably gonna do, is sneak back here into my like this has accidentally de facto became like a just do whatever room. You know, and here's a nice empty oak drawer with nothing in it. So what we could set up, and I think there's even like some, yeah, nice. There's even a nice little energy transmitter here. What I could set up is I could work backwards and feed HDPE sheets into here. I'm gonna take the void upgrade out, and then we'll just do it, right? So HDPE sheets are made from 3 HDPEs in an enrichment chamber. So what I'm gonna do is place this dude right here. And then, you know, make sure that this guy's area of effect is going to cover this, you know, largish area that we're probably going to wind up working our way out of. Cool. That should be fun. I like that. And I think we can fit an HDPE processor in here, right? So all we got to do now is work our way towards making HDPE pellets. So HDPE pellets are made with pressurized reaction chambers, which I made in advance. And what we're going to do is we're going to configure you. So you're going to input on the right, and you're going to output on the left. Deal? And that's where that's going to start. Alright, so this guy will enrich these dudes. So now we need to actually make those dudes, and that's a pressurized reaction chamber. And I think I'm going to do something cool now because it's new and it's exciting. So I should be able to manage this with laser IO because in this version of Minecraft, I added mechanism support to laser IO. And this is, I think, the first Let's Play where I have that ability. So let's make sure that we can do that. So, laser IO, did we ever do... Let's get out you. We have chemical cards that we can make. And this will transfer chemicals from mechanism, and I think that'll be cool. All right, so you're going to need water. And so what we have to make from this HDPE stuff is we need liquid ethylene and oxygen. And we also need substrates. Now, luckily, substrates are made when you make ethylene, or ethene. Okay, did that change the name of that? It used to be ethylene, right? So anyway, it's hydrogen and water makes ethene. And then you take that liquid ethene, combine it with oxygen and the substrate that you got, and you can make HDPE pellets. You can also use this ethene for like a really powerful energy source. Like it's like overpowered how good it is. So if you're looking for like a good early game way to generate power from mechanism, you can use this ethene in a gas burning generator from mechanism, and it generates like a stupid amount of power for how cheap it is to make. So anyway, so basically we want to take the ethene we're getting, right? So let's review this real quick. So we need liquid ethene, which needs to be concentrated from ethene, which is a gas. Okay, so that means we need a rotary condensator. Boop. And that's going to need another PRC. And then we also need a crusher here. Okay, so what's going to happen is we're going to crush some stuff like to get biofuel. So what's something that we have like a ton of at the moment? Do we have? I'm sure we've got something we can crush. I'm sure we've got something we can crush. Wheat works, right? We have infinite wheat basically, right? So we're gonna crush that, and then we're going to. I'm not sure where I'm going to input the wheat, but we're going to push out to the left, right? And then this guy for items will be input here and output on the left. Cool. Now, you're also going to need to make ethylene. We're going to need the biofuel. We're going to need hydrogen and water. Okay. So do I have a sink back here? I think I do. I could make one though real quick. You know, in fairness, or I could just like do something else. Like we could do something else for it, but I think we'll go with the sink for now. Okay. So I'm gonna try to line this all up back here, because you don't actually need anything accessed, right? So yeah, I think I can run this all along the back. So let's do a few more laser nodes for this automation. And then like not to you. Okay. So you're going to technically I don't need you here. So then I can do this and that would be a little bit easier. So how about you're going to be I feel like I need more of you real quick. You're gonna be extract on blue. And then you're going to be an insert on blue, right? Because ethene is water. It's basically any water and hydrogen, which we'll take a look at in a sec. So you're going to be insert on blue, and that's going to be your water. Cool. Okay. What I'll probably do is get my electrolytic separator to sit right next to this thing. So then I will connect you up here. Okay, and then we're going to connect these guys, and then... so we're going to insert water here, and that's a reminder that I don't like mechanism sounds sometimes, so I'm going to lower you a little bit, but especially the electrolytic separator. That's my least favorite noise. Okay. So now you're making hydrogen and oxygen. We're going to see if we can, like, void one of these. Because remember, you make twice as much hydrogen as oxygen. So we're probably going to want to void one of them. But we're going to deal with that in a minute. But what we're going to do here is we're going to use our gas or chemical cards. And this guy is going to extract chemical cards. So we're going to have, how about a gray, light gray for hydrogen. And we will extract this one, like a light bluish, for oxygen. How's that sound? Is that cool? Now, on my side config for chemicals, can I output both? I may not be able to output both, but that's okay. Because what I can do is I can adjust them. We'll see what happens. I'm assuming this isn't going to work, but we'll find out in like a minute. But let's connect this dude up. So you need to insert hydrogen to make ethene, right? So hydrogen, so you're going to insert on channel 8. Now that's not going to work, like I said, so we need to come over here and modify this dude to extract on the appropriate side. So that's going to be... I guess that's that side, which is facing... What facing direction is that? North. The north side. And if I wanted to be smart about this, I don't think I can drag from JEI, can I? I don't think I can. I don't think there's a drag from JEI, but I think I could use a pipette. Isn't that right, from mechanism? There's a mechanism thing that holds gases. I thought it was called pipette, but I might be wrong. What is that thing called? There's definitely a thing that you can use to, like, pick up gases and store it. You could also put them in tanks, I think. But, why can't I find it? There it is. Gauge dropper. I think this will pick up gases, right? There we go. So you could use that for filtering. I need to see if I can get JEI filtering to work. But there, hydrogen. See how it... Yeah, pretty cool, right? And then you are going to extract with a filter. Now, is there a way to clear this? Yes, shift-click clears it, so that's cool, right? And then I can pick that up. And then we can do that. Cool. Oxygen. Nice. Right? So now he's only going to extract oxygen on this side. He's only going to extract... And now I can cycle through. So if I do north... Haha! It works! Nice. And then we're going to want to lower the volume of that guy. I may not want that noise at all. For that one, for that matter. Alright, cool. Right? So now you're making substrates, and that's neat. And then you're going to eject to the left. And then you are going to... well, actually, no. I don't want you to eject to the left. Eject off. I'm probably going to want you to output to the back, which we'll deal with in a minute for items here, right? Because we're going to need to get those substrates out. But ethylene, we want to push to the left. Okay? So ethylene, which is a chemical, will be pushed to the left. And yeah, you can input chemicals on the back, because remember, we need to input hydrogen on the back, right? So then you're turning ethylene into liquid ethylene, and then your fluids will be output to the left, okay? And that's making liquid ethylene, which is part one, and then we need oxygen here, right? So then you're going to get a gas card, which will insert on that channel. And that should be cool. So now for gases, or for chemicals, you're inputting on the back. Right? In theory. Right, I need you to be sided to south. Right? And now we've got oxygen and liquid ethylene. And now the last thing we need is our substrates, right? So we're going to want to, let's say, extract items on orange and insert items on orange. and just make sure that your items can be input on the back. And now we've got substrates. Sweet. Which will eject to this side. And then you're receiving your HDPE pellets. And now you're going to make HDPE sheets. And that's HDPE processing using laser I/O and the new chemical card. Alright, so that's kind of just working. And I actually like that a lot because it's kind of the first time I messed around with anything related to laser I/O and all that chemical card stuff. So I'm gonna say that's neat. I think that's neat. You guys tell me if you think that's neat, but I think that's neat. Alright, so now let's see how this thing works. So I don't need you guys anymore. What I need is one of these dudes. Ore generator, please. Now we can do that because we have HDPE sheets on Automate. Sweet. And now what I'm going to do is compare this with the laser that's ultimate, right? Don't I have an ultimate laser somewhere, or did I leave that outside where I was playing? I left it outside where I was playing. Okay, so ultimate toggleable laser versus this dude. That's a basic laser. I should make you toggleable, which I can do with just a little redstone, as I recall. And then click it to turn it off, and then also make sure that you have an ender gate. Cool. All right. So presumably, and then we want probably a laser stopper, because I don't know if this is going to stop the laser on its own. We're going to find out. I still, no idea how this mod works, playing with it a little bit. Just getting a feel for it, right? So I'm going to put you here and then see if the laser happens to go through you. So you're an ore generator. Oh, okay. So do you just get power? Or, because, you clearly have power. Or do you need to be powered with the laser? I assumed that because it's from the Mechanism Lasers mod, you need to shoot a laser into it. But then, it filled up with FE from my inventory. So, okay, nope. Nope. So I'm going to assume that I do this, right? So yeah, that's filling it up with power. Okay, cool. Neat. And I'm assuming that there's some kind of amount that it sends. So let's do this now and then click U. That's definitely faster, right? I think so. Wasn't actually paying attention, but I'm pretty sure that was faster. Now, what's interesting is, did the ores that get generated get voided when I broke it? I feel like they did. Which is probably not great. Okay. So basically, you shoot laser into block generates random ores. There's no filter, there's no, influence to which ores get generated. Kind of like the, the foregoing laser thing, where you can, filter with lenses. Doesn't look like that exists. So, interesting, but also And then it looks like something drops, but then doesn't. I'm very confused by that. Yeah, the other one's definitely faster, right? And I'm guessing I could have multiple lasers shooting into it at once. So you could probably speed this thing up pretty significantly if you wanted to feed a really stupid amount of power into it. Now let's talk time ones, because that's what we do. Definitely cool. I need to test this from back here. You definitely did magnet up. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so we checked it out. Neat. Definitely wanted to just see how it worked because it looked cool. Yeah, nifty little mod. Curious to see where it goes from here, kind of deal. Because I could see you doing some cool stuff with it. All right, so now I'm going to call that complete. I'm not going to set up that Mechanism Lasers thing because it doesn't look like there's anything like really interesting to set up on it, right? It just kind of you would just set it up and get passive ores. So what I want to do now is probably look at that Oratech mod because that sounds neat. So let's take a look. We're gonna get started with Oratech. All right, as per standard for Dire, I'm going to build a little bit outside while I get a feel for how this mod works. We're just going to get started with it today because obviously we're like 2/3 of the way through the episode, but I want to get like the basics going. And before I get too deep into that, like I think there's probably a few things we're going to want on Autocraft. So first off, what we're going to want to get from Oratech is the generator. There's a couple forms of them, but the basic generator is kind of the first one that you're going to want to get into for power generation. So let's take a look at that. So actually, we're going to need magnetic coils. And that's about it so far. So I want to add you here. Okay, cool. So that's you. How do we get fine wire? That's from nickel, right? Nickel from Railcraft. Do we have nickel? We have a little bit of nickel. We have a lot of raw nickel. So I should probably add nickel to my ore processing a little bit because I suspect we're going to need a lot of nickel for this mod. Now this mod apparently does also add its own ore generation for nickel. I don't know if how that was handled in the pack. I'm assuming that it's just merged with nickel from Railcraft. But there is a nickel resource node. I don't know if that's different from like nickel ore that you find in the ground. But we'll find out because it looks cool. Now, there's also an ore processing line that I think you can do in this mod too. Because you can see there's like raw nickel, nickel clumps, small nickel clumps, nickel dust, small nickel dust, nickel gems, right? So like if we looked at nickel ingots, let's see if we can work our way backward here. Oratech has gems and dusts that can smelt into stuff. So that's cool. Ooh, and you can get a little platinum dust. That's nifty. We should definitely like investigate this a bit. Ooh, okay, cool. Fluxite, huh? That's cool. And that makes nickel dust. So I guess that's a way to like further like one gem turns into two dust kind of deals. That's cool. Okay. And we get gems from nickel clump centrifuges or fluid separations. So we can either get one clump turns into two gems, or we can get one clump as a gem and some platinum dust, depending on which of these we want to go down. And then there's fragmenting. Oh my goodness, this is cool. There's a whole production chain going on here. And then you can pulverize, I'm assuming... Can you not pulverize... Looks like you might need this. Can you do anything with the raw nickel in Oratech? Maybe not. I'm not sure if that... What I want to do is check raw iron to see if Oratech has anything for that. Because that'll tell me. Yeah, so I guess fragmenting and pulverizing is supposed to work on raws, but they don't. So that might be a bug in the pack where it's supposed to work. I'm going to go report that real quick. So let's get raw nickel added here real quick. So I think I was moving to 40 of each rather than... yeah, I think I want to insert 40 of each because I had you doing seal when full, which is 40 ingots worth. So only allow 40 in there, right? So then we would want to put 40 in here. And that would be cool. And then you're going to insert 40 at a time. And that works. Good deal. And then you will seal when full. And that's a good thing. So I don't know if I mentioned this on camera, but I figured out why this wasn't working correctly. It's because this was set to seal when you get a bucket, but it would let more than a bucket in. So, yeah, that's where that process was breaking down. Not the end of the world. All right, so that'll get me more raw iron. We'll definitely take a look at the ore processing line, because I suspect that there's certain resources like platinum. I noticed there was platinum that may not be attainable otherwise. I don't know if there's like platinum that got added to the world gen or not. We'll find out. But all this platinum seems to be Oratech related, so we'll figure it out. Don't worry, one way or another. Oh, and also there was platinum. Ooh, it's a rare metal. Good to know. Sweet. All right. So now that we like taught this dude how to make a couple things, right? Your magnetic coil can go towards making a basic generator. Nice. So we're gonna go place our first Oratech machine. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Very cool looking. It's a basic generator, right? So like, yeah. So that looks cool. Details, processing speed, energy efficiency. Looks neat. So I guess I just put coal in there. Now, I'm not sure if this works with forge energy or not. I'm assuming it will, but it may not. So I want to, check it out. Oh, that's neat looking. Look at that cool. Look at that cool machine. This is a basic generator, and it looks that cool. I'm very excited to see how much cooler things look, because I suspect there's going to be a lot of neat stuff going on. And like I said, this thing was just recently ported to NeoForge, so number one, it's in beta, so there's going to be bugs. Number two, it was only just recently ported to NeoForge, so like from Fabric. So there's probably going to be like a couple little hiccups as it goes. Controls how many layers of machine add-ons can be added to this block. Use better cores to increase this. Current quality 1.0. Interesting. Okay. And then you're producing power. Nice. That's cool. Now apparently an assembler from Oratech is the next thing we want to get. Multi-block. Required machine cores 3. Add-on slots 3. Energy usage, energy capacity. And that's going to mean an adamant ingot. Okay. And you're going to need some crafters and some other stuff. So definitely cool. So crafters look pretty easy to get. Adamant ingots are made with this. So that's neat. We're going to want a couple of you. And I'll probably be adding some of this stuff to, AutoCraft at some point. But for now, motors. Assembler. Cool. Interesting. So we need 3 machine cores? Is that how it works? Machines, please add missing core blocks. So Oratech core. Primitive, basic, improved, advanced, elite, ultra, and ultimate. So apparently each core gives you better stuff. So this looks pretty... I'm going to start with just primitives. I should probably be like doing a keep in stock with you, honestly. But I'm going to start with just primitives real quick. So 3 of these. So am I right to assume I just do this? That is the coolest thing. That is amazingly cool. Look at that. How cool was that? That was so cool. I love that. That was awesome looking. That is so awesome looking. Okay. And then Oratech machine frame, fluid pipe, energy pipe. I'm assuming that this is something I could probably make right now. Electrum. Okay. And I'm assuming I can do that. Right. And then you filled up with power, and then you're producing more power, and then you can assembler. Nice. So machine quality is 1. And use better cores to increase this, right? So like, I would break those cores and then put better ones on. That's cool. And then you can have some add-ons. Oh, that's cool. No add-ons connected. Look at that. Okay. Neato. definitely intrigued by this. This is cool. This is cool. Okay. And then I'm assuming the assembler from Oratech has all kinds of recipes it can do. Nice. Okay. That's cool. And look, this is like we made this manually, but it's more efficient to do it this way. That's neat. I like that. I like that a lot. That is super cool. That is super cool. Neat. You can make budding amethysts. That's some cool stuff right there. Interesting. All right. So I think we have a pretty good idea of what this is going to look like. So let's wrap up the episode here. We're going to come back next time and really dig into this Oratech mod. So for now, Del20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I'm gonna break this down, and we're gonna like probably build a house for this stuff to live in, and do something with it. But we'll figure that out next time. For now, Del20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.